Okay, are we live? Yes, we are. It says we're live. And I'm going to do one more to Instagram here. Hello, hello, come on in. Whoops. Hi, everyone. I am live in several different places over here on my computer. I'm on the Blue Moon Manifestations Facebook page, the Manifesting with the Moon Challenge group, and also on YouTube. And over here, I'm on Instagram. So we are spreading the wealth, spreading the love here today because I am answering some questions that I've gotten about the Manifesting with the Moon Challenge that starts on Monday. Yay! I'm so excited. So if you are new to the page and uh, don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey there, how are you? Body by Kiki, good to see you. Um, I'm starting the next round of the Manifesting with the Moon Facebook challenge or Manifesting with the Moon challenge on Monday. It will be going across the live videos. Will start Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And so they are going to be shared a few different ways. And if you're completely new to Blue Moon Manifestations, welcome. My name is Patty Diaz, and I am the founder, manifestation coach, and magical mentor here at Blue Moon Manifestations. And I am obsessed with helping you take your life from one of routine and merely going through the motions to one of magic. For me, magic consists of manifestation and the moon, abundance, gratitude, intention, and clarity. So if this all resonates with you, you are in the right place. Hello, how are you? Because I am here to help you live life unapologetically on your terms so that you create, design, and live a life designed for you or designed by you instead of for you. So many words, so many words. Anyway, so the challenge starts Monday. And hello, everybody. Since I am on my phone for Instagram, I cannot see all of the names over here because I am going live on StreamYard to go to multiple places. So if I don't say your name, it's just because I can't see it because I'm not backed up on my phone. If you want me to, you can just give StreamYard permission up at the top. Otherwise, I will still interact. I just can't see all of the names. So I'm good, Britt. How are you? Good to see you guys. So first of all, let me tell you what the challenge is. And I said earlier that I'm not positive that challenge is the right word, but I think maybe if you're new to this, then the challenge is to be open-minded, try new things if it's something that you're not familiar with, and see what works for you, right? Maybe try a different way of thinking or to incorporate these practices in your life. So maybe challenge is not the best word, but that's what we went with. So because people at least understand the concept that we're going to be learning something, trying new things. And this is manifesting with the moon is something that worked fabulously for me. It felt good, I should say, is when I first started. I have always loved the moon. Maybe a refocus. There you go. That's a good idea. Like a reboot, something like that. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I liked the cycle, right? Following this pattern and being able to tap into it, the energies of the moon, and working with it at any given time. So what we cover in the 5 days is let's see, the first day is setting intentions with the new moon or at the new moon. So I talk about, I really go into detail or more info about how I look at setting an intention is very similar to planting a seed. So then I kind of walk you through that and how you will work through that with that intention throughout the lunar cycle. Then day 2, I talk about full moon, the full moon forgiveness practice that I do, as well as gratitude. Those are 2 things that I practice consistently at the full moon. Also other times throughout the month or the lunar cycle, but always at the full moon, clearing out space, getting rid of, forgiving things, things that have, come up throughout the first 2 weeks since you set your intention, like resistance and roadblocks or limiting beliefs, negative thinking, that type of thing. But also forgiving things that come up for you, hurts that you've been holding on to for a long time, frustrations you have with others or with yourself. So anything at all is game, right? Because you're letting that go and forgiving it, you are creating energetic space. And then once that space is cleared out, you fill it with gratitude so that it doesn't let that other stuff back in so easily. Hi, Eva. Hi, Gloria. Good to see you. Awesome. So that's day 2, full moon forgiveness and gratitude. Then day 3, we talk about manifesting abundance with the moon. And that can take on lots of different aspects, right? There is monetary abundance, absolutely. But there's lots of other abundance, and not only other types of abundance, but how different ways to feel abundant so that you can attract the abundance that you do want. And it looks quite darker here on Instagram. So I hope that that is still coming across okay. I know you can see my phone now on the screen. There we go. Okay, so abundance, manifesting abundance with the moon is day 3. Day 4 is different practices that you can try, you can incorporate, or maybe work with throughout the lunar cycle that will help you connect with the moon. Whether you're tapping into the energies, thank you, Kiki. So whether you're tapping into the energy of the phase or just incorporating the moon's energy, carrying it with you, that type of thing, that's what day 4 is. And then day 5 is really where a lot of people might have to really just take a step back, have an open mind, if this is something new, how to make working with the moon a spiritual practice, how to look at it as a spiritual practice, or how to incorporate working with the moon with the spiritual practice that you have now. Because it doesn't have to replace it. It can improve it, add to it, up level it. So there's all sorts of different aspects about that. So those are the 5 things, the 5 topics, the 5 days. And then there's always a bonus class afterwards. And I'll get to that in just, towards the end. But this is really to talk about the questions that I have had submitted. So first of all, is there any prerequisites or pre-work that needs to be done before the challenge starts on Monday? And the answer is no. There's no prerequisites. Just come, show up, watch the replays. If the lives don't work for you, the replays are available in the group. And I think on YouTube, the lives are available for replay. I actually have to look at that, investigate that, because I added YouTube based on a request or a question from someone earlier this week asking if the lives would also be streamed to YouTube, and I have no problem doing that. So we're adding a new component. And but if you want just a little bit of kind of get your juices flowing, kind of get some moon talk going on, learn a little bit, every single full moon, I have a free full moon chat in the Blue Moon Magic Tribe Facebook group. That is my main free group. So the challenge group is designated for the challenge, but the Blue Moon Magic Tribe is my main free group, and I have a full moon chat there every single month. So the full moon this month falls the day before the challenge starts. It's on Sunday, tomorrow. So I will be live talking about this Libra full moon, and that's one of the components of checking or realizing, being aware of what sign the moon is in. So it's going to be a Libra full moon. And so I'm going to talk about that and the energies, ways you can work with those energies tomorrow in the Blue Moon Magic Tribe at, I believe it's 10 a.m. Pacific. tomorrow. And also the replays remain there as well. So it's just, I cannot share stuff out of the group because it is a private group. So if you're not in there yet, please come join us. It is a free group to join. So that's not a requirement, but maybe you can kind of start getting your feet wet, hear some other questions or see some other questions that people ask about the moon, or just start learning a little bit about it the day before. So that's not a prerequisite, but it's available to you. And I'm going to, I screenshotted the questions that were submitted. So let me scroll through these. One was, what type of crystals would you recommend when setting intentions with the moon? Well, that can vary. If you want to just tap into the energy of the moon, you can maybe work with moonstone, just to, bring in that connection to the moon. If you're working on a specific intention, it's called Blue Moon Manifestations for the YouTube channel. Yes, it is. It's Blue Moon Manifestations. I think with YouTube, there's no spaces, right? I set things up and never, I don't always look at them. But yes, it is Blue Moon Manifestations on YouTube. I can put the link here afterwards. I just did not have that ready. So Moonstone, and yes, where did I just see a comment there on Facebook? Britt said labradorite is a good crystal. Labradorite has been called a manifestation, or the manifestation stone. So labradorite is a good one. I have a sample. I have one of those. It looks gray, but it has flash. I don't know, depending on the light, it has some flash. It looks kind of like northern light. So labradorite, because it's also very grounding. Labradorite is a good one to work with. Also, citrine. I should have had these ready beforehand, but this is also called a manifestation stone. I don't know if I have any info about that. I do. So citrine, this is the natural, it's kind of yellowish, amberish color. The light really does a shoddy job of showing it. So citrine is a good one. Rose quartz is also a good one if you want to work with infusing any situation or intention that you're working on with love, right? You want to, if there's a difficult situation that you're working towards, like resolving relationships or working through problems, calling in more calm and love and that type of thing into your home or into your life, you might want to have some rose quartz there while setting your intention. Or like if you write your intention, you could set your crystal on top of it, right? For the lunar cycle, or until the full moon, even when at the full moon we start releasing things, letting things go, the forgiveness. So really, if there's a general crystal that you don't have a specific connection to, these labradorite, citrine are good. Moonstone, just because it connects to the energies of the moon. So that will kind of depend on what you feel you want to work with. You can use multiple crystals, of course. You can use none. It's not a requirement at all. Let's see. Actually, might be wrong for full moon about labradorite, but I think it's better for new moon or making wishes. Yeah, labradorite, that's just for setting intentions. You can work with crystals in any number, in like endless number of ways. But you're right. I was maybe I read the question wrong. Let me double check that. What type of crystals would you use when setting intentions? So yes, okay, so this was for setting intentions. At the full moon, you can work with, if you want to release, you can work with maybe black tourmaline for some, have some protection energy as you're releasing things to help you do that. Maybe like a smoky quartz for grounding to help you stay grounded as you release the things, work on that releasing energy, because there's unlimited ways of doing that. You're welcome. You're welcome. So that was one of the questions. And you can, like I said, set your crystals on top of your intention if you write them down. You can create a crystal grid with the same thing, having your intention on the center crystal, and create like a simple or as elaborate grid around that as you like. You can create just a crystal grid on its own with your, as you think of your intention as you're setting up the grid. So whatever, and it doesn't have to be the same every time. I do different things on different moons and different lunar cycles when there's different energies and things that I'm working with. So Libra, full moon in Libra, sapphire. Oh, I love sapphire. Pink tourmaline and bloodstone. Got that from a reliable source. That's awesome. I have, let's see, I do have some bloodstone, and I have pink tourmaline, which was actually part of a kit. So how cool is that? Pink tourmaline. Not one I would have gotten for myself, but it really has cool. It's sitting right here on my desk because it has great energy. So so that's a place to start for working with crystals, setting new moon intentions. And let's see, here's another question. I have been doing my best to manifest better eating habits to create the healthiest version of me. I'm excited because it's starting to happen. I want to continue my momentum forward. So that's why I wish to participate in this workshop for challenge. That is awesome. I love that you're having momentum already building up. Let's see, let's put that down. So if you want to keep that momentum going, if you've already started the process, your new moon or a new moon intention could be to maybe step that up a little bit. What is the next step? So if you're, for example, your first step when you started this process was changing your eating habits, being mindful of your eating habits, or tracking what you're eating, right? If that's where you started, then the next thing might be to incorporate small amounts of exercise in a way that feels good to you. Because when it starts to feel like an obligation, when it starts to not feel fun, when it starts to feel like, oh, you know what, I'm like having to force myself to do it, then it's going to be a lot harder to stick with, right? So that could be the next thing you do, because intentions are great to build on. Once you set something in motion and you start seeing results, especially releasing the attachment, releasing that intention, not in the sense of giving it up, but okay, I've started this. I've started taking action steps. I'm seeing results. I'm not going to focus on that so much because it's in motion. The fact that it's no longer the same intention doesn't mean it's gone away. It's still like in the background, right? So if you're putting layers upon layers, that's still running in the background, your original intention. Now, stepping it up to the next level might be something. And you can also work with the energies of the moon. For example, if you've seen momentum with this type of intention here at the Libra full moon, because full moon energies I see of what you can release, what you can let go of in connection to your intention associated with the energy. So I will get into that in the chat tomorrow, but Libra, you can start releasing on if you have a difficult relationship with food or a challenging relationship with food, in making good choices and really maybe even enjoying healthy food, you can work on letting go of that challenge, of that conflict of relationship with food. So because Libra is about balance and also like just being infusing things with love, and there's a bunch of like quotes and trigger words that I wrote down for tomorrow's chat, but I don't have it here. It's on another document. So you can see what the energies are with that full moon and how you can apply those energies on what to let go of. what to start releasing. Hello, I see Facebook user that just joined, but I'm using my phone to go live on Instagram as well, so I can't see your name, but hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, so hopefully that answered the question. It's starting to happen. I want to continue my momentum. So that's how you continue the momentum. You just set an intention for the next step on incorporating and embodying that next step to keep the momentum going. And let's see, there's a couple here. I screenshotted them and saved them as photos. So I'm just scrolling through them. Not yet. This one may have been from the last round because I put them all in one folder, but still, it still applies. How does the forgiveness work, especially since we'll be at the full moon tomorrow? And forgiveness is a way of clearing out old hurts, clearing out what I like to refer to as a black, like tar, sludge, like, energetically thing that has been festering inside, emotionally, mentally, that really has been either running in the background for a long time or is something new that you don't want to let get to that point. So limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, that is something I frequently include in my forgiveness list because it happens, right? We're human. We're having this human experience. So letting go and forgiving negative self-talk on a regular basis keeps that energy, moving and being let go, because we're human and we're all going to have those moments where we default to the negative self-talk. And it's just acknowledging it, recognizing it, forgiving it, and letting it go. And forgiveness also, like I touched on earlier, opens up that energetic space to attract what you want, or to attract the opportunities that will help you get where you want. If you're working with approaching situations or infusing more love into your interactions, into your communications, more self-love, that opens up the space for that, because all that resistance is starting to melt away. And also a key component of forgiveness at the full moon or anytime is that, especially if it's a long-standing hurt or a long-standing belief, limiting beliefs, thoughts that you're wanting to let go of, it may take more than one round of forgiveness, especially if you've held on to this for so long and there's a lot of emotion tied to it, like triggering or anger, fear, resentment, all these things and emotions that are attached to this thing, either a person, an incident, a circumstance, yourself. It may take several rounds to forgive that through. But each time you do the practice, each time you do the ritual or the routine, whatever you choose to do, it just diminishes it just that little bit. So the first time might be very challenging. You might have a hard time writing through what you need to forgive, and all you can manage is to write down or to say or meditate, I want to forgive this thing or this person, or I'm open to forgiving this situation. And that's as far as you can get. That's the first step. So then throughout the waning as it gets smaller, half, you focus on releasing that. When you think about it and, send some love to it, write out more if you can, burn the paper. Then the next full moon, you can write a little more, or the emotion won't be as strong. You can get into a little bit more detail of why you're wanting to release this and forgive it. So it can be a process when you're working with forgiveness, depending, like I said, on what it is that you're wanting and needing to forgive, how strong an emotional attachment you have to it, and how long you've been holding on or living with this thing or person or thought or issue, whatever, whatever that may be. And then, oops, make sure I don't knock things over here. I think I have just one more that at least I have here. If you guys have different or additional questions, please feel free to comment on them, even if on the replay, because I will, you know, touch back on them. Talked about the eating habits, crystals. And then one, I have trouble picking an intention and sticking with it. Okay. Picking an intention is something that comes up, I think, that we feel we have to come up with an intention. Like if we go to a workshop or, you know, let's say you do participate in the challenge and I start asking you to write down what your intention might be, what intention you're going to work with. And if something doesn't come to mind right away, we have this, you know, I don't know, expectation. We have to come up with something. Let me just write something. Let me just pick something. And that's okay. But if you think about it, if you've been having trouble picking one, it's because you're in your head trying to come up with the right intention. Where if you take a step back and you start asking yourself different questions like, how do I want to feel? What would I like to be different in my life or in my thinking or in my practices, my habits, my job circumstances? When you start investigating and asking yourself those like evaluation questions, then something will come to you. It may not come to you right when you ask the question. And if you're a journaler like I am, and you start journaling it out, it might not come to you right then either. But it's opened that doorway. It's opened that thought process where maybe when you're taking a shower the next morning, you'll have a thought like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if? And if you catch yourself thinking that, wouldn't it be nice if? Or, oh, I wish this could. Those are the things, those are your those little messenger, you know, antenna are picking up on what a possible, you know, what a good intention could be for you. Because when it comes from a place of letting it come to you and realizing what you want to be different, how you want things to change, that is going to make a big, pretty much, I should say, all of the difference in whether you stick with your intention or not. And that's not to say that even if it's an intention that we love and that we really want, that we fall off the, you know, taking action track. That doesn't mean we've picked a wrong intention. It means it's challenging. It's a new way. We're creating a new way of thinking. We're creating a new way of believing. We're creating a new way of being. So it's not going to happen overnight as well. So if you fall off or default back to old habits, that's just that resistance of our ego, because the old habits are comfortable. They're familiar, even if they're not healthy or beneficial or moving us in the direction. To our ego, they're comfortable. So our ego will resist this new way of thinking, these new actions. But if the intention came from a place of, oh, I really would love to feel this way, or all I can think about is that, you know, this is what I want and this is what I daydream about, then what's that first step in getting there? What's that first step you can take? That baby intention. And I don't mean that in the sense of small, but that baby intention with the first step that you can then build on. Someone referenced in a mastermind class that I was taking part in, scaffolding yourself. Like if you're working yourself up a scaffold of a building, right? You don't start at the top and work your way down. You start at the bottom and you do all the work that needs to be done there. Then you add the next level of the scaffold and you do the work that needs to be done there. So you're building the scaffold with the building, basically, right? So if you can think of your intentions that way, building on themselves, that's how you can allow the right intention to come to you. Just give it that space. Don't feel like you have to come up with something. And if you don't have a specific intention, then your intention can be at the new moon, to realize, to gain clarity, to find the right direction or the right thing that you want to work on, that needs to be worked on. Your intention can be, I am receptive to the direction I need to go. I am open and willing to find clarity. Finding clarity or finding direction is a fabulous intention because you haven't done it before. So you have to start somewhere, or you're starting, if you've been historically picking intentions or coming up with intentions, then letting it come to you is a new practice. So let it come to you and be receptive and be patient and be willing to see the signs. So that is hopefully answers the question about having trouble picking and sticking with intentions. So let's see. I don't see any other questions. I am looking back here. Hello. I don't know if I said hi to Gloria. Hello. And Cheryl. Awesome. Yeah, the crystal suggestions. Beautiful. Awesome. So let's see here. I don't have a link handy for Instagram. I will put it on after the fact. I will put the link to the challenge after the fact. If you have not registered yet, I am about to put the link there for you so that you can. And how it's going to work is you will get a day. If you register, if you've run the challenge before, you will just be in the group and have access to it. If you have not participated in the challenge before and would like to register, let's see, again, the multitasking. I need to slow down and do one thing at a time here. You will register at this link that I'm going to put up, and you will get right away some freebie like journal prompts and things that you can use as resources. And then for every day of the challenge, you will get a reminder letting you know when the challenge is starting. Like I think it's an hour or two. I don't remember specifically. Then later on in the day, you will get a recap email. And the recap email will have links to watch the replays in the Facebook group, also on YouTube and on Vimeo. So if you don't want to, have to log on to anything or even, go on a certain platform, the link, there's a replay to Vimeo, which you can watch. And that comes out about 2 hours or so after the live ends so that we can get all the information uploaded there and correct for you guys. And then all of the printables, like the things that I reference in the lives, like the lunar tracker and all those things, will be going out in the emails as well as the recap emails. And let's say, for example, you invite someone, say, hey, this is a really cool challenge, or you might like this information. They can join in at any time, like day 2, day 3, day 4, because the recap email not only has that day's information, but it has links like for all of the previous days. So day 3 email will have the day 3 information as well as day 2 and day 1. So it doesn't, if you don't join in time to get the first emails, that is okay. So now that I've been talking and I've copied this link, I'm doing it here from StreamYard so that it will go everywhere except to Instagram. I don't know why Instagram is not included in the options yet. There we go. And there is the link. I will post that. So we start Monday. And they're always so much fun. And I did want to wrap this up going back to what the bonus class will be about. And then that should be it for today. The bonus class, since the Aries new moon is the first sign of the zodiac. The zodiac is a calendar. So Aries is like the January 1 of the Gregorian calendar. So Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, the bonus workshop after the challenge ends is going to be about how you can set intentions at each of the new moons of the year. Typically there's 12 or 13, or 13, depending on how they fall in the months. And even if you're not working on a specific thing you're manifesting, like a new job, a new car, your dream home, anything like that, simply by working with the energies of that new moon, the zodiac sign that the new moon falls in. If you do that around the calendar, each of the new moons through each of the zodiac signs, you will have worked in 1 year on every single aspect of your life. Your finances, your relationships, your career, your money in the sense of both in like your income money, and then like with money that you're wanting to save, your beliefs, your thinking, your personal, your health. You will have worked on all aspects of your life in the course of a year simply by working with the zodiac signs and the energies of that sign. So that's the beauty of it. You don't have to be working towards a specific intention to work with the moon, or a specific thing, I should say. It gives you kind of like a framework, the way that it works with a new moon is in a new zodiac sign every month. So now that I'm here, I want to pin this. I want to pin this comment. Let's see if I can do it. It's easier to do from my phone, apparently. Let's see if I can come back and do it this way. Anyway, it's very different from doing it on a desktop to doing it on a phone. How bizarre. And I even have a touchscreen phone, or a touchscreen computer. But no, it's not letting me do it. But it's there. There is the link for you to register. And again, I will put it on Instagram as soon as we're done. And thank you guys for being here live, and also for those that are watching on the replay. Please feel free to put your comments in or questions, and you can register. If you have not joined the Manifesting with the Moon Challenge Facebook group, that's where it will be playing live. And that's also where the prize thread will be, because it's not like you don't have to comment on every day of the challenge. It's just like on the main prize thread, posting like a takeaway or an aha moment or your favorite topic, anything at all to qualify. And truth be told, I don't know what the prizes are going to be yet. The last 2 rounds, I have gotten some jewelry, little mini crystal points or jewelry from my friend's shop. And she's in the process of moving. Her shop is moving locations, and so she's not open yet. So I don't know. I might. I was looking on Instagram live sale that I kind of watch for, that I take part in, and there wasn't anything, like prizes. So I will have something. I just don't know what they are yet, but I will have prizes. I typically give away 3. So we'll see. We'll see what I am led to, or what presents itself as prizes for this round. And that's all I have for you guys today. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. And hopefully I will see you guys in the full moon chat in the Blue Moon Magic Tribe group tomorrow. So have a good one, guys. I will talk to you soon. Let's see. I have to end this in 2 places. Let's see how I do this. La la la. See? And there. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Bye, guys.